Thanks for visiting Patient Weather today. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health stresses for April 17th, 2026. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com. We also have a Patient Weather storefront on Amazon. Amazon purchases made through our storefront support the activities of Patient Weather. Very interesting weather map for the 17th. The Bermuda High off on the Atlantic will be slowly pulling away, and there will be one massive, extensive cold front stretching all the way from the Michigan Upper Peninsula all the way south to Dallas, triggering unsettled weather. A little bit of snow still hanging back in Wyoming and Colorado, and that warm front will be extending all the way over to the District of Columbia, but the activity, of course, will stretch from the plains up through the middle Mississippi Valley and up to the Great Lakes. Looking at our vitality index, which is the individual change of the weather elements, especially change, and you'll see that we have a lot of activity stretching from Southern California across Utah into Wyoming and Colorado, and then a lot of activity here in the plains. Little bit trying to make its way to the Great Lakes, and a lot more activity up here in New England. Looking at pressure change, we have rising pressure from Southern California across southern Nevada into Utah, up into Wyoming and Colorado, and then all the way up the plains into the Dakotas, and trying to make its way a little bit into Minnesota. We also have rising pressure here from Maryland into Pennsylvania, New York, and all of New England. But we have falling pressure stretching all the way from Oklahoma City into the middle Mississippi Valley, Missouri, up into Iowa, up into, again, Michigan, Wisconsin, and up into south central Canada. Looking at change in temperatures, and that's again very nice here. We have warming temperatures across Oregon into southern Idaho, but note behind that frontal system, very cold air stretching all the way from Colorado and Wyoming, from Kansas all the way up into Dakotas, and really putting the big chill on Minnesota. Looking at the change in dew point temperatures, again a little bit of differential where we can see rapidly falling pressures, falling dew point temperatures here in the west from California all the way up to the Dakotas, and rising dew point temperatures here in the easternmost portions of the Four Corners. Vapor pressure supporting the same thing, but one new area of interest with the vapor pressure, you can see that we have a rapid increase in vapor pressure here across southern and central Florida, and that will mean something for people there. Notice on instability, we have a lot of unsettled instability stretching all the way from Dallas, clear on up across Arkansas into the middle Mississippi Valley, and looking for then a lot of thunder shower, and instability activity, lightning here in the central plains to the middle Mississippi Valley. Looking at the change in oxygen availability, and we have a lot of activity on this map. We have a migraine risk from Southern California into southern Nevada, across the northernmost portions of Arizona, New Mexico, on into Wyoming, picking up again in Kansas, all the way up to North Dakota, and covering across western Iowa and Minnesota. We also have a migraine risk from Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, across New York, very significant there, and really strong across Vermont, New Hampshire, and on into Maine. We have a risk of asthma and arthritis here on the West Coast, Oregon, Washington, and really picking up Northern California and Northern Nevada. We also have a risk of asthma and arthritis from the westernmost portions of Tennessee, Kentucky, easternmost areas, the Missouri Boot Heel, up across Illinois, Indiana, up into Wisconsin and Michigan. And note we have that risk of asthma and arthritis with that increasing dew point temperatures here in central and southern Florida. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated. And if you hurt, tell us where you're located.